Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Geography with Joy. This is Subhalakshmi back again with another interesting topic to you all. Friends, today we are going to talk about clouds. I hope you will enjoy my video. Let's start then. Today's discussion is on clouds and the main points to be covered are: what is cloud? How is it formed? That means the formation of clouds. Classification of clouds based on height, shape, and its unique characteristics. And at the end, the importance of clouds in our life as well as in the environment. And here we go. Let's start with some beautiful quotations on clouds. A cloudless, plain blue sky is like a flowerless garden by Terry Gilmets. Dark clouds become heaven's flowers when kissed by light, said by Rabindranath Tagore. The clouds, the only birds that never sleep, by Victor Hugo. Let's talk about clouds now. Evaporation is constantly going on everywhere. Water vapor is therefore always present in the air. It is lighter than air and therefore rises and accumulates in the upper strata of the atmosphere. When it reaches a certain height, it forms into many tiny visible particles. The air floats these particles up, and millions of these particles make up a cloud. Clouds are formed when minute droplets of water vapor condense on a nuclei and remain suspended in air. When a cloud is fully saturated and relative humidity reaches 100%, precipitation occurs. Now, the next question is, what is nuclei? The impurities in the air, like dust and carbon dioxide in smoke, are known as condensation nuclei. Without condensation nuclei, condensation doesn't take place. Without condensation, clouds do not form, and without clouds, precipitation cannot occur. The products of condensation are so tiny that they remain in suspension and do not fall to the ground. Clouds then rise. As more and more droplets are added, the cloud slowly grows in size. When it cannot hold any more moisture, or when the air is fully saturated with relative humidity at 100%, the moisture comes down as rain. Cloud observation provides valuable information to a meteorological station for weather analysis. Their shape, height, and movements inform us about the sky condition and the weather for the day. Daily forecasts, therefore, also carry details on cloud condition. Coming to the next important part of the topic, that is types of clouds or the classification of clouds. Luke Howard, an English biologist, was the first who classified the clouds in 1803 in his book Classification and Identification of Clouds. The type of clouds formed depends mainly on the height at which the water vapor in the air condenses. Clouds may also be classified on the basis of their shape, their unique characteristics such as forming alongside mountains or forming beneath existing clouds. Clouds are therefore fairly reliable indicators of weather conditions. Now, let's discuss about the types of clouds more elaborately. The meteorological classification of clouds, internationally agreed upon, is more specific, which are grouped into the following categories. Let's find out the classification of clouds. Low clouds, from the surface up to 2000 meter, and they are stratocumulus, nimbostratus, cumulus, cumulonimbus, stratus, and nimbus. Mid-level clouds, from 2000 meter to 6000 meter, and they are ultracumulus and altostratus. High clouds, which are above 6000 meter from the ground, and they are cirrus, cirrostratus, and cirrocumulus. Apart from that, we have some more unusual clouds which are not grouped under the above categories. Clouds that form in the unique ways and are not grouped by height are known as unusual clouds, and they are lenticular, hamels, mammatus, and contrails. Now, let's learn something more about these clouds individually with beautiful pictures alongside. Let's start with low clouds. First, with cumulus clouds. Cumulus means pile or heap. Cumulus are vertically thick clouds with a dome-shaped cauliflower top and a horizontal base. Have a look at this picture. What have you observed? Their tops are rounded, puffy, and are brilliant white when sunlit, while their bottoms are flat and relatively dark. They are beautiful in sunset, and their varying sizes and shapes can make them fun to observe. Cumulus clouds develop on clear sunny days when the sun hits the ground directly below. Weather prediction: it's fair. Hence, they get their nickname of fair weather clouds. They appear in the late morning, grow, and then disappear towards evening. Stratocumulus clouds. Of the low clouds found from the Earth's surface to 2000 meter, the stratocumulus are composed of large globular masses with brighter and shaded parts. These are low, puffy, grayish or whitish clouds that occur in patches with blue sky visible in between. They have dark, honeycomb-like appearance. Look at this picture. Have you observed the patches with blue sky visible in between? They are low and puffy too. They form when there is a weak convection in the atmosphere. Weather prediction: it's fair weather for now, but a storm might be on its way. Nimbus clouds. The word nimbus is derived from Latin, meaning rainstorm or cloud. These clouds produce precipitation that reach the ground in the form of rain, snow, or hail. Observe this picture. These clouds are dark in color as they are heavily laden with tiny droplets of water. Spread across the sky in an even manner, nimbus clouds are formed in large numbers and are seen drifting in lower strata. Cumulonimbus clouds. Cumulonimbus clouds are nothing but overgrown cumulus clouds which have reached such a height that they lose their cauliflower shape. They often spread out on the top in the form of an anvil. Such clouds are associated with sharp showers, squally winds, lightning and thunder, and sometimes hail. Have a look at this picture. These are cumulonimbus clouds. Cumulonimbus clouds grow on hot days when warm, wet air rises very high into the sky. From far away, they look like huge mountains or towers. Weather prediction: look out for rain, hail, and tornadoes. Cumulonimbus clouds are the biggest clouds of all, rising from low altitude to an altitude of 9.7 km and have the capacity to hold up to 500,000 tons of water. Nimbostratus clouds. Nimbostratus clouds are dense, shapeless, and often rugged layer of low clouds. They are darker than stratus. Rain is likely from such clouds. These clouds cover the sky in a dark grey layer and seem to fade into falling rain or snow. They are so thick that they often blot out the sunlight. The picture shows the nimbostratus clouds here. Producing persistent rain, these clouds are often associated with frontal systems provided by mid-latitude cyclones. These are probably the least picturesque of all the main cloud types. Weather prediction: gloomy with continuous rain or snow. Stratus clouds. Stratus clouds hang low in the sky as a flat, featureless, uniform layer of grayish clouds. They are like dense fog several hundred meters above the ground. They may envelop high ground, and for this region, they can be dangerous to hikers or climbers. They bring dull weather with light drizzle. These are stratus clouds. The term stratus is used to describe flat, hazy, featureless clouds at low altitudes, varying in color from dark gray to nearly white. The word stratus comes from the Latin word strato, meaning layer. Stratus clouds may produce a light drizzle or a small amount of snow. These clouds are essentially above ground fog, formed either through the lifting of morning fog or through cold air moving at low altitudes over a region. Some call these clouds as high fog for their fog-like form. Weather prediction: fair but gloomy. Light rain may fall, but this cloud doesn't indicate much meteorological precipitation. The next category is mid-level clouds. First, the ultracumulus clouds. These are the most common clouds in the middle atmosphere. They are grayish-white and made up of rounded heaps, often marched together. They look like the wool of sheep or scales of mackerel fish. Hence, their nicknames are like sheepbacks and mackerel sky. Look at this picture. These are ultracumulus clouds. Ultracumulus and stratocumulus are often mistaken, but if we observe it carefully, we can make out the difference by looking at the size of their individual cloud mounds. Place your hand up to the sky and in the direction of the cloud. If the mound is the size of your thumb, then it is ultracumulus. And if it is closer to your fist size, then probably it is stratocumulus cloud. Weather prediction: it's fair. Ultracumulus are often spotted on warm and humid mornings, especially during summer. They can signal thunderstorm to come later in the morning. Altostratus clouds. Altostratus are sheet clouds of grey or bluish grey color that partially or totally cover the sky at mid-level and are often followed by widespread rain, which may be continuous. They are composed of ice crystals and water droplets. Have you observed the picture here? What have you seen? Even though they cover the sky, you can typically still see the sun as a dimly lit disk behind them. But not enough light shines through to cast shadows on the ground. Weather prediction: be prepared for continuous rain or snow. High clouds. Start with cirrus clouds. All clouds of cirrus family are composed of ice crystals instead of water droplets. They are the highest clouds found, generally above 6,000 meters. They are also known as the mother of pearl clouds. Look at these adorable cirrus clouds in the blue sky. Are not they beautiful? Cirrus clouds are delicate, feathery clouds that are made mostly of ice crystals. Their wispy shape comes from wind currents, which twist and spread the ice crystals into strands. Weather prediction: a change is on its way. They typically occur in fair weather. They can also form out ahead of warm fronts and large-scale storms like nor'easters and tropical cyclones. So, by seeing them, one can also indicate that storms may be on its way. The next is cirrostratus clouds. They are thin white clouds that cover the whole sky like a veil. They are most commonly seen in winter. They give the sky a milky appearance. They are never thick enough to obscure the sun. Halos around the sun or moon are usually the result of cirrostratus clouds. They are often an indicator of approaching storm. Cirrostratus indicates that a large amount of moisture is present in the upper atmosphere. Look at this beautiful sun halo here. Sunlight through the ice crystals causes the light to split or be refracted. When at just the right angle, it causes us to see the halo. The same thin clouds can cause a ring or halo around the moon at night too. Weather prediction: rain or snow will arrive within 24 hours. Cirrocumulus clouds. These clouds are found in the form of patches of white flakes, often arranged in rows that live at a high altitude. They resemble ripples seen on the seashore. These are cirrocumulus clouds with patches of white flakes. Cirrocumulus clouds are also known as cloudlets, as the individual cloud mounds are very small and are often look like grains. Weather prediction: fair but cold. However, if you live in a tropical region, these clouds could be a sign of an approaching hurricane. Let's talk about unusual clouds now. I have already told that the clouds that are formed in unique ways and are not grouped by height are known as unusual clouds. In this video, we will be discussing about 5 types of unusual clouds. Let's start with lenticular clouds. Lenticular clouds are stationary clouds that form mostly in the troposphere. They are formed when the air is stable and winds blow across hills or mountains from the same or similar direction at different heights through the troposphere. They are shaped like lances or flying saucers. They may get their shape from hilly terrain or just the way the air is rising over flat terrain. Look at this picture. Have you seen some unusual clouds here? Are not they looking like flying saucers? These are lenticular clouds. Some people call them flying saucer clouds. Many have mistaken it for an UFO also. They have some more nicknames like cloud ships, clouds of heaven, or Lennies. Aeroplane pilots try to avoid flying near lenticular clouds because the waves of air that form the clouds can cause turbulence that can make the journey a bouncy or a scary one. Weather prediction: a visible sign of mountain waves in the air. On the ground, they can result in very strong gusty winds. Contrail clouds. Contrails are human-made clouds. They are made by high-flying jet aeroplanes. They are still clouds because they are made of water droplets condensed from the water vapor in the exhaust of the jet engines. That is why they are also called as condensation trail or vapor trail. Contrails are composed primarily of water in the form of ice crystals. Look at this picture. Have you seen the contrails here behind the jet aeroplane? A contrail is formed when water vapor produced by the combustion of fuel in aeroplane engine condenses upon soot particles or sulfur aerosols in the plane's exhaust. Weather prediction: contrails can provide information about the layers of moisture in the atmosphere. Mammatus clouds. These are the most unusual and distinctive cloud formations with a series of bulges or pouches emerging from the base of a cloud. The pouches are created when the cold air within the cloud sinks down towards the earth. Have a look at this picture. Have you seen the pouches of clouds sinking all down? These are mammatus clouds. The word mammatus comes from a Latin word. Mamma means udder or breast. Their striking appearance is most visible when the sun is low in the sky and their pouches are framed by the sunlight. This supplementary feature is a firm favorite with many meteorologists as well as cloud and photography enthusiasts. Weather prediction: severe weather might be on its way. Mammatus often forms in association with cumulonimbus clouds, which in turn bring thunderstorms due to their huge mass of unstable air. If the air is cold enough during winter, they can produce snow. Kelvin-Hamels clouds. First, have a look at this picture. Have you seen the formation of the clouds? How do they look like? Are they not looking like breaking waves in the ocean? After wind blows up and over a barrier like a mountain, the air continues flowing through the atmosphere in a wave-like pattern. Complex evaporation and condensation patterns create the cap tops and cloudless troughs of the waves. These clouds form when there is a difference in the wind speed or direction between two wind currents in the atmosphere. They occur when there is a strong vertical shear between two air streams, causing winds to blow faster at the upper level than at the lower level. Kelvin-Hamels clouds are named after the physicists Hermann Helmholtz and Lord Kelvin, who studied turbulent airflow. Weather prediction. The clouds are more likely to occur on windy days and a good indicator of aircraft turbulence. But there is no precipitation from these clouds. Last but not the least, we will discuss about orographic clouds. Orographic clouds develop in response to the forced lifting of air by the Earth's topography. As airflow encounters a mountain or hill, it is forced to rise. This is referred to as orographic lift. If the flow is sufficiently humid, clouds form on the windward side of the mountains and are called orographic clouds. The type of cloud that forms depends on the air stability and moisture content. Observe the picture here. Have you seen the clouds over the mountain? As the air mass gains altitude, it quickly cools down adiabatically, which can raise the relative humidity to 100% and create clouds, and under the right condition, precipitation. Orographic clouds can also be formed by sea breezes and often appear as lines where two air masses meet. Weather prediction. An early sign of afternoon thunderstorm. Now, let's go for a quick recapture on the classification of clouds. Clouds are basically divided into three categories. They are low clouds, mid-level clouds, and high clouds. There are 5 types of low clouds. They are stratus, which are the lowest clouds among all, followed by nimbostratus, cumulus, cumulonimbus, and stratocumulus clouds. Among all, nimbostratus and cumulonimbus are rain-bearing clouds. Cumulonimbus clouds bring rain, hail, or snow along with thunderstorms like tornadoes. Mid-level clouds are altostratus and ultracumulus clouds. High clouds are cirrostratus, cirrocumulus, and cirrus clouds. Cirrus are the highest clouds among all, which are formed above 6,000 meters from the ground. From the above discussion, we found that the stratus are the lowest clouds and cirrus are the highest clouds among all, whereas cumulonimbus are the biggest clouds of all, rising from low altitude to an altitude of 10 km and have a capacity to hold up to 500,000 tons of water. At the end of the discussion, let's talk about the importance of clouds. Weather of any area is directly associated with clouds. All types of precipitation are caused by the clouds. Although all the clouds may not produce precipitation, they play a significant role in modifying the weather of a given area. The type of precipitation depends upon the type of cloud. They help us to know more about the various meteorological processes. Clouds are required for precipitation to occur and hence an essential part of the hydrological cycle. Clouds also play an important role in the heat budget. This is because clouds absorb a part of the incoming solar radiation. They reflect some of the incoming solar radiation back to the space and also diffuse some of it. Clouds also absorb a part of terrestrial radiation and then radiate it back to the surface. Clouds help redistribute extra heat from the equator towards the pole. Clouds radiate heat continuously in proportion to their temperature. In the absence of these clouds, days would have been much warmer and nights much cooler. Alfred Rowland said, "Now, if God made the clouds so beautiful, did he not mean us to gaze upon them and be thankful for them?" Clouds are a part of the nature and the most wonderful thing and gift of her. So, next time, whenever you go out to your balcony or up on your roof, do look at the cotton candies that float in the sky. Enjoy their beautiful colors with different shapes and sizes. And of course, don't forget to name them too. Friends, that's all for today. I hope you have enjoyed my video and is helpful to you too. If it is so, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and like and share my video. Thanks for watching. See you again with another beautiful and interesting video. Till then, take care and have a good day.